Yeah, we're
Antichrist
from Bremen, Germany, and playing progressive power metal on drums.
Matthias on bass.
Thorsten on lead guitar.
Gunnar and on vocals and guitar.
Pepe Pires, and we are
The New Prophecy!
Well, we try to rehearse as often as possible to keep the tension on a high level during this weird and difficult situation for all of us. We also finished a kind of stay-at-home videos where you can see us all at home in our private music corner where we usually practice with our instrument or writing and composing new song material. By the way, this idea came out from our label Pure Steel Records. I guess it's gonna be released these days. And last but not least, we had a video shooting last weekend for the title track of our upcoming album, The New Prophecy. And we made it in the surrounding of our rehearsing room. It's in the industrial hub of Bremen. It's an old warehouse for wine, I guess. And it was exhausting and funny at the same time. And we're very excited about the first cut of this video. So we hope you like it as well.
Well, at present the restrictions will relax a little bit here, but the cultural scene in bars and clubs in Bremen still suffers very much from the restrictions. Meanwhile, you can visit a restaurant or the hairdresser, but you have to regard safety measures as well. I think it is important for coexistence to allow these arrangements, but we have to do anything to help the clubs and bars in these hard times, yes. Actually, there is no vaccine against this virus. Anyway, this stuff will be content for one of my next songs.
This is a good question. At first, let me say it has not been 23 years, because after the release of our Thirsty Fields album in 1997, we had a couple of shows, and in 98 and 99 we recorded some new song material, never been released yet officially. Actually, we never split it up at any time. It was a time of personal changes for family reasons or professional reasons. We have been geographically separated for a time, but in retrospect, these are all no reasons for our temporary end. Maybe it was a time for all of us to go different ways. Who knows? I can't tell exactly. And the question about a restart is quickly answered, because it was in 2013. There was a support slot for our friends in Mob Rules at our hometown in Meisenfrei Club in Bremen. Became vacant at short notice, and I asked Klaus, the singer of Mob Rules, and the club boss, what do you think about an Ancient Curse reunion? And both were immediately thrilled from this idea. And so I asked all the other guys if they want and if they have time. And then, yes, it was a short notice. We had 5 or 6 rehearsals, I guess. And then we went on stage, and it was magic and energy on stage and before the stage as well. And this evening, all of us was absolutely clear we have to go on. No discussions, no doubts about it. And so the idea to record a new album was actually born this evening.
we came up with our reunion gig, we have been agreed to record a new album. And the idea is quickly told. After Ancient Curse disappeared at the end of the 90s, we appear more powerful than ever before with the new prophecy and the energetic songs of this album. We are something like the phoenix out of the ashes, you know? I like to write lyrics on topics that touch me personally. For example, Man of the Storm deals with the climate change and the careful use of natural resources in this context of social controversy. And Forever Young describes the obsession with beauty and the quest for eternal youth. And for example, Hypnotized, the actor recalls various lives that his soul experiences under hypnosis, for example.
For me, I'm very emotional when I'm writing poetry. Mind Chaos, for example, I tell heartbreakingly about the consequences of a painful separation and the mental and spiritual confusion that such a phase of life brings with it. Thorsten's lyrics are sometimes, esoteric. We follow the signs, for example, is about contact to angels who shows us the way if you only listen to them. Supporting inspiration came by the famous giant sculpture Angel of the North by Anthony Gormley near Gateshead in England, which with a little imagination looks like a compass. Yeah, that was the basic idea of this lyric here.
Our drummer Matthias is responsible for the whole artwork and he did a real great job. Thank you, Matthias. The cover reflects our musical resurrection and the story behind our song, The New Prophecy.
Pure Steel Records approached us immediately after the release of our lyric video, The Shadow, to talk about a collaboration. We contacted many other labels that could fit to us stylistically or in terms of repertoire and attitude towards art. And yes, there would have been other options for us. But with Pure Steel, we had a very good feeling from the beginning that we're in the best hands there. They're just like a great metal family, and we're a part of it now. Yeah. To answer the second question, yes. The contract with Pure Steel helps us, especially with their distribution network and with their contact to the scene in general, fanzines, radio stations, and to all the other cool Pure Steel bands as well.
Actually, so far we were focused on our album, but now we cannot wait to enter your stages. So we are looking forward to our record release concert, but unfortunately it will not be able to take place in June as planned. And due to the coronavirus, we hope to be able to get on stage for the release gig in autumn, perhaps. And then be careful, we'll enter your stages and burn your cities down.
Epic, unique and unforgettable in general, our Cuba tour in 1996, of course. That was an absolute adventure and we could write a book about this alone. But not everything's to tell, and you know what happens on the road, that stays on the road. But a funny thing on that Kruger tour was that our guitarist Gunnar had bought a pair of sneakers in our hometown in Bremen, but they turned out a little bit too small, and because of very big and painful blisters on his feet, he had to enter the stage a couple of evenings in slippers. Slippers, and that view was priceless, I tell you. Well, for me, I'm really impressed about the recent album of Psychotic Waltz, a band that I love since their first days. Saw them live several times. An excellent production, very heavy riffing, great songs, and I'm also happy about the well-deserved attention and acknowledgement in the press, because if you remember the end of the 90s, there was metal nearly dead, and especially progressive tunes were hardly to sell. So, well done, guys. I really love it.
Well, the album Lotus of the band Zön has already inspired me very much. I didn't the band before, and I didn't know the band before, and immediately I got all the albums as well. They composed fantastic melodies, and they are very complex in their arrangements. I like it very much.
Yeah, first of all, of course, we are very excited about our upcoming worldwide release of the new Prophecy on May 29. First reviews have been written, and we're totally overwhelmed about the ratings and the statements for the album so far. Yeah, first time in our band history we're gonna release a vinyl edition, what makes us very proud, because we all have been grown up with vinyls and have still our collections at home, so very cool. Furthermore, we're gonna rehearse intensive to bring the new Prophecy perfectly on stage if the Corona crisis hopefully ends one day and let us perform live again. Unfortunately, we had to postpone our scheduled release party already twice. Gradually we come up with new song ideas that we can record in our home studios or practicing in our rehearsal room as well. And last but not least, we plan another video clip. For the opening track, we follow the signs. Here you can see us in an ancient surrounding castle in the countryside of northern Germany. We think it's gonna be awesome. We have the clip already in our mind, and looking forward to the shooting. It's gonna be awesome again. Yeah, guys, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and our webpage for further details, for announcements, for dates coming up, and yeah, stay healthy, stay safe, stay metal.